Recently, I have noticed a sudden popularity of a game that I really did not expect to be popular. Having played it several years ago, I found the experience to be very mid. At that time, I found the game less than entertaining and very short. Having seen the name of the game pop up due to the memes, I decided to check it out to actually discuss what made it so popular again. So, let's talk about Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Let's actually start from the combat. Since this is a Platinum Games game, their combat systems are sure to be very exciting and chaotic. Despite looking like a complicated mess, the controls are quite simple to follow. It has only two offensive buttons, light and heavy attack. By stringing together just those two buttons, the number of combo you can pull off is actually quite large. However, the most exciting part of the combat is actually the defense. By defending at just the right moment as the enemy attack, you can parry the attack. When you parry, you enter blade mode. In blade mode, you can cut the enemies into million pieces. It also gives you the ability to free aim your attack at any angle. Because of this, players are prompted to aim at their weak point, pull their stuff out, and then crush it afterwards. It can even be done more than once. It always feels satisfying to pull it off. You also get some health and energy from that. Because of all of that, the game feels fast and relentless. However, there are some aspects of the game that I am not a big fan of, such as enemies zooming outside the camera angle and one of the bosses who somehow is always just outside my attack range. He comes at me, I block him, but I can't hit him back. Even when I run up to him and block his attack, I still can't hit him. This problem can be skirted around by going behind his back to attack, but it still feels awkward to do that. Another thing that I wanted to discuss is the Ripper mode. It's like Blade mode but in real time. Very helpful in group combat scenarios, but other than that, not very helpful in boss fights. That's lost potential right there. It feels like a lot could be done with this. And same can be said about the gadget system. Despite all the negatives I have mentioned, the combat still feels satisfying to play because the flow is really good. But why? Why does the combat feels so satisfying? And how is the flow so good? Well, it's because of the simple fact that flow of action never becomes stale. The enemy variety never becomes stagnant. Whether you're attacking or parrying or dodging, the enemy never throws any BS at you that you can't do anything about. You are always constantly engaged with the enemy. That, I guess, makes the whole game actually very engaging to play. And now, let's talk about the narrative. The last time I played, I was an immature teenager and felt the story to be rather underwhelming. I found it over the top and the villains flat. However, after I played the game recently, I still found the story over the top and relentless. But with my newfound understanding, I have deeper appreciation for the themes displayed in the story, be it about warmongering, violence, or facing the truth about oneself and embracing it. All the villains that Raiden faces on his mission appear to be monsters on the surface, but upon further interaction with them, he realizes that he is just as violent and bloodthirsty as them. As the story progresses, Raiden comes to an understanding that it takes a monster to kill the monsters. Having played it recently, I can see why it got popular again. Even after 7 years, it has aged rather well, be that the fantastic combat system or the narrative themes. Also, the Blade mode is still one of the most unique combat system and one of the more well-paced game out there. If anyone out there is still on the fence, I highly recommend you to at least check out this game. You will definitely have an enjoyable time. Hey, if you liked my video, please give a like. And if you wanted to see more, please subscribe to my channel. And as always, thanks for watching.